the Epstein files got released, or at least some batches of the Epstein files got released, and they have been heavily redacted. And in that first batch, a lot of the redactions weren't done properly. And that's what I'd like to talk about today. But first, I gotta say, just the level of redactions that we've been seeing, it's extremely disappointing. And I think that the ones that were disappointed the most, because we wanted to see co-conspirators named in these files, is the Epstein survivors themselves. And I want to play a clip that I posted on my X and my Facebook the night before the Epstein files got released, because I thought it was a touching moment where one of the Epstein survivors talked about her hope for these Epstein files getting released the following day.
You think about Virginia now as you head toward the deadline tomorrow?
Like every day. Yeah. This moment would have been everything to her. I think it's such a shame that she was not here to see what happened with Prince Andrew and see the level of accountability that American people are pushing for. And I think she'd be proud of her survivor sisters. And I think that not a moment goes by that all of us feel like, we carry her message all the time.
But anyway, this failed redaction attempt, it was so incompetent that it brings into question the skill set of this administration. And it makes me feel similarly to when Signalgate happened. And so I think that right now is a good time to refresh our memories on exactly what Signalgate was all about and draw a parallel to that and what just happened with these failed redactions in the Epstein files. You know, in movies and TV shows, when you see the US military planning war stuff, it's always in a secure, official room, very high tech, full of computers and radars and all of that, presumably to stop spies and stuff from seeing our war plans. Well, what if I told you that that's actually a thing of the past? And thanks to the modern marvels of technology, we can now download Snapchat, and all of our cabinet officials, boomer cabinet officials, can use their mobile phones no matter where they are across the world. You might laugh and think I'm joking, and a little bit I am, because I said Snapchat just so that, everyone understands what I'm talking about. But there's an app called Signal. It's the exact same thing as Snapchat. For all intents and purposes, our White House cabinet officials might as well have been talking about war plans on Snapchat and getting their little streak up. So let's say one day you wake up and you look in the mirror and you find yourself to be 51-year-old, mediocre author and businessman Mike Walls. A few months prior, you were tapped by the Trump administration to be the new national security advisor, and now you want to talk to the cabinet officials about an upcoming war plan. So what do? Well, let me tell you what you do. You hop on your mobile phone and get Signal and make a brand new group chat called Houthis PC War Chat, or something like that. I'll put it up here, whatever it was. And what do? Well, of course, you go through your phone contacts and you start adding Pete Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard. Oh, that's a KP. I guess that's Kash Patel. Let me add that. You put your boomer glasses on. You really squint for a second. You see JG. Okay. Yeah, I think that's my guy. I think I need to add him into the chat. Boop. And hey, you know what? The group chat opens up. I guess everything's good. You guys start talking about war plans and everything's successful. A few days goes by and you start to realize that little JG circle that you added, it wasn't who you thought it was.
Oh my God!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Our national security advisor added the wrong guy to the group chat because he had the same initials on his contact as the right cabinet official. So who did he add to the group chat? Jeff freaking Goldberg, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, a super left-leaning editorial. And you know what he did? He didn't leave the group chat. He didn't let anyone know. He stayed in the group chat for like 3 days and just watched all the war plans happen. And when I say that this random journalist saw the war plans happen, I mean he actually saw the war plans happen, because someone that was in this chat was named Pete Hegseth, and he's our Secretary of Defense. And boy, in this chat, he was a chatty McCarthy. Let me tell you what. I'm going to pull up some of the quotes that, again, this random journalist was exposed to on basically Snapchat on his phone from the Secretary of Defense, okay? So first we have Pete Hegseth listing out the different times that strikes are going to come from aircraft. And comically, then he says in all caps, this is when the first bombs will definitely drop. I couldn't think of any information more sensitive than the time and location of our men and women on the battlefield before it happens. I mean, what could possibly be worse than that? And it's in a Snapchat. Okay, it's in a Signal chat. This is ridiculous, isn't it? And it just keeps getting worse than that because after that, Pete Hegseth says, we are currently clean on operational security. Whoops. My dear viewers, I know that I don't need to litigate with you how stupid it is to plan war things in a group chat, but here's the problem, right? These are our cabinet officials, the people that are running our country. So why don't they have prerequisite knowledge to even know how to add people into their stupid chats, which, by the way, you're actually not supposed to do that. You're supposed to talk about all of this in those secure rooms with the computer things and all that. That wasn't a joke. And that brings me back full circle to this Epstein redaction failure. So, okay, our boomer cabinet officials don't really know how social media apps work. And now we get this. We get this clown show where our corrupt government can't even redact its own files right before uploading them to the internet. I mean, I guess it's good that they're getting exposed and all that, but at the same time, doesn't that make you feel a little unsafe? Because these are the people that are also controlling our borders, and these are also the people that are making sure that there's no terrorist attacks in the United States and so many other things. I'm a simple man. I like to see the Trump administration fall on its fat face as much as the next guy, but I also recognize that these monkeys have the keys to our defense and our safety, and this level of incompetence is really haunting, especially in areas that are detrimental to the well-being of the regime. The fact that they couldn't redact the Epstein files correctly is extremely scary. Anyway, please like and subscribe and comment. I appreciate all the support that I've been getting recently. I've been posting these videos into a few different communities, and I've mostly gotten a lot of positive feedback, so I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you guys.